Alright, so I'm doing a review of the Big Agnes Tiger Wall Ultralight 2-person tent. I've used it twice on 2 different trips here in the past month since I bought it. I got it on REI's anniversary sale. These tents normally retail for $450 at REI. I got it for 20% off on the anniversary sale. So I'm going to get right into it and show you guys some of the features of this tent. So this tent here is semi-freestanding as opposed to the copper spur, which is a freestanding tent. So what that means is you've got 3 points of contact with the ground from the pole, as opposed to the copper spur, which is 4 points. So you have this ridge pole here, which gives it a higher ceiling, just like the copper spur. This model is supposed to be based off of the copper spur and the Fly Creek models, but it's meant to be an ultralight 2-person tent. You can fit 2 people in there. I've not tried it, but you'd be a little cramped for space. Copper spur does seem to be a little more roomy. However, this tent, as I said, is an ultralight model. So the foot box here is, you stake out the 2 points there to make it taut. And if you're on rocky terrain and you're trying to stake it out, you might have some issues. But this tent is 10 ounces lighter than the Big Agnes copper spur tent, so that is an added bonus if you're trying to shed weight. So this tent is 28 square feet, solution dyed fabric, boost ultralight resistance, and it fades less over time. The new pole clip system makes setup faster and easier. The stakes are stronger as they're redesigned aluminum for the weight at 2.8 ounces. And so if you look over here at the stuff sack, this is 5.5 inches by 18 inches. So you can actually throw everything in there without having to worry about folding everything up if you're in a hurry to leave camp. So that makes it pretty convenient. Makes for a lot of space. I could actually get that in my backpack quite easily with all the other equipment that I carry. So the footprint, you should probably buy the actual footprint that's designed for the tent, which I was trying to use the copper spur footprint, and that did not work so well. So I went and spent another, I think it was $70 for the actual footprint that's designed for this tent from REI. Footprint actually helps with the longevity of the tent, protects it from wear and tear over time from like rocks and whatnot on the ground. Because wherever you set up, you're always going to have rocks and sticks, no matter how hard you try to get the ground cleaned up before you set up. So this is another nice feature of these tents right here. So it gives you more ceiling room. I'm going to show you inside here. So right here, unlike the copper spur model, you have a mesh pocket right here, so you could put some lightweight gear in there. Makes it pretty convenient, so you don't have to have everything strewn about on the floor of the tent. You also have 2 mesh pockets on the side, just like the copper spur model. The mesh is very fine, so you don't have to worry about no seams getting in. This is one of the nice features of the Big Agnes tents. They make it very well ventilated. However, this tent, compared to the copper spur, doesn't have ventilation ports on the top of the Rainfly, so you'd have to open up your vestibule doors a little bit in muggy conditions to ventilate it. That's what they recommend anyway. So I'm going to show you the setup here with the Rainfly. Alright, so the Rainfly is silicone treated nylon, so it is more durable. However, you should exercise care when using these tents and where you set them up, because they are ultralight. So what that means is they can tear a little easier. They will take a beating, but with this tent, when you try to set up on rocks, it's not as easy, like I said, because of the foot box. You can't stake it out. So you should always probably try to stake this out on a more soft surface like dirt. All right, and everything is color-coded on this tent, so it's easy to set up the Rainfly to the tent. And you can actually set up the Rainfly, you could clip it out directly to the footprint of the tent if you just want to use this tent as a tarp type setup. So that's a pretty nice feature. All right, so you get 3 guy lines on this tent as opposed to the 4 that you get on the copper spur because of the 3 stakeout points. And so anyway, I feel like this tent is a good value for the money. I wanted to go a little bit lighter, shed a little bit of weight, so that's why I chose this model over another copper spur. All right, so the one thing I like about this tent is it is ultra light, so the 10 ounces lighter weight compared to the other model is an added bonus to me as I was trying to shed weight, go a little bit lighter. Also, Big Agnes has great customer service. I had an issue when I bought my first tent, the copper spur. I set it up in conditions that were not so ideal, very windy, and I didn't set up using my guy lines, and I actually broke a tent pole in the process because the winds came in really fierce late at night and broke a tent pole. So I sent it back to them. They replaced it for free under their warranty. I can't remember if the warranty is a lifetime warranty. I'll include that in the video, but they did repair it at no cost to me, and they sent it back. They did advise me to make sure to use the guy lines in windy conditions. So you live, you learn. But I'm really pleased with this tent so far after having used it on 2 trips, and you'll be seeing me use it more often. I may still use my copper spur from time to time, but this is probably going to be the tent I use for the bigger trips. So anyway, you'll see me use this tent on many future trips, and I have another trip coming up here over the weekend. So I'll be probably using it for at least 1, maybe 2 nights. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.